Hello, welcome back. Today we have a very special video. We have the ultimate Lava Hound deck in this meta that is filled with firecrackers, with mortars, with mighty miners. All of those decks lack one thing, and that is air defense. So that is why Lava Hounds nowadays are extremely popular, especially if you have the evolved Barbarians. If not, you're like me, don't worry, and there is nothing to fear. This deck is still strong without the evolved Barbarians, and today I'm going to be showing you 3 or 4 games that will leave you speechless, and you will be able to see how strong Lava Hound is. So let's just get right into it. Here I recognize early that we're playing against a 2.6 player with a fire spirit instead of an ice spirit. So right there you could see that we fireball zapped the musketeer, since I knew that he didn't have any other air defenses, but he was quick to react with a cannon and a fire spirit of his own, and make sure that our balloon didn't hit his tower. But look how we're preparing Barbarians. This is because the Barbarians, if you defend the hog with them, they can actually leave your tower without getting any damage. And then you have the tombstone, which is also an amazing defense for the Hog Rider, since it has a very big hit radius, and the Hog Rider will go for it regardless of which side you place it on, if it's placed well. So then again, as with most beatdown decks, the essential thing here is that in single elixir you do not attack unless you have an extremely big elixir advantage. So right here you can see I'm playing very passively. I'm just defending, fireballing musketeers, zapping them as well, waiting with the Barbarians in hand until he plays his Hog Rider, and then whenever I'm getting to full elixir, I'll just split skeleton dragons in the back. But look at that, the Barbarians do not let the Hog Rider get a hit, and although it's a -1 elixir trade, he now has to deal with those Barbarians, so in the end it gives you a pretty big elixir advantage, which you can convert into a big Lava Hound push. When you start getting into double elixir, you can see that you can place Lava Hounds in the back corner, but you must do this whenever you have an elixir advantage. And in this kind of game against a 2.6 player, you can see that he only has the musketeer and the cannon to deal with our balloon. So if you fireball both of them and zap them, you should get a pretty good advantage, like what just happened right now. He will be able to cycle back to musketeer because 2.6 is pretty cycly, and he fireballs a balloon back. However, it is not enough, and the balloon manages to get 2 hits on the tower, which is pretty much tower over for him. He goes with the Hog Rider, and we're defending with the tombstone over here. This placement is pretty good if he catches you out of like off guard. As you can see that all the skeletons overwhelm the Hog Rider and quickly kill him, and just a fireball and zap, you can cycle towers out. So that was a pretty easy game, but we'll move on to tougher games in the second one. Here, as you can see, we also are facing a musketeer. At the start I thought it was going to be a 2.6 deck again, but it's not. He has a knight, I think he has cannon as well, I'm not sure. But yeah, so we're gonna attack with Barbarians over here. At this point we still didn't know that he had Hog Rider, so we have a pretty horrible defense with a fireball. But oh well, if you're playing Lava Hound deck, the good thing is that these mistakes you can afford to make them, as you will deal so much more damage than them in the late game, that it is generally alright to make mistakes like those, as long as they don't take your tower, of course. So now we see that he pumps, and since he pumps, he just wasted 6 elixir. We are gonna Lava Hound, just because we're really out in elixir, and since we've only seen that he has a musketeer card, we believe. Actually, we thought it was a version of 2.6, so we decided to go balloon the other way, since we thought that he didn't have any other way of defending air cards. But it looks like the poison does a pretty good job of it against the lone balloon. It killed it with only getting 1 hit, but oh well. Here you can see that the Mega Minion is actually killing the musketeer. I believe we should have zapped the tower instead of the musketeer, to make the tower lock onto the lava pops and let the Mega Minion get to the tower. But honestly, not a bad attack. Look at how much damage we've actually dealt due to that decision of Lava Hounding in the back since he pumped. So right now we're just going to play passively again, and I believe he will pump in the end. Yeah, so that's we wanted to go with the Lava Hound, but because of the knight, we're going to have to wait it out, kill the musketeers, and then go with the Lava Hound, which is exactly what we're going to do right now. I believe we're first going to see how he deals with the Barbarians, and if he spends a lot of elixir, we're going to Lava Hound. So yeah, he spent 3, so we're going to Lava Hound in the back. He's got a musketeer there, but it's going to walk up really high up, and we'll try and kill it with a Mega Minion or with something. So here he's gonna attack. I think we're just gonna let it go. I think the Mega Minion should do fine, but a Fireball just in case that takes our tower. Skeleton Dragon almost kills the Musketeer. We're gonna use a Zap to help it out. And I think the Lava Hound should just take that tower. Yeah, he's gonna Musketeer the other lane because he knows that that tower is dead. He's gonna focus on offense. So right now, you can see that the defense that this deck also has is insane. Look at the Barbarians, they're gonna do so much work. The Tombstone is gonna drag the Hog Rider, and the Mega Minion is gonna try and kill it off before it gets a hit. Exactly. The Hog Rider didn't get a single hit, and now we're gonna be able to deny more hits to the Hog Rider with a Fireball and the Skeleton Dragons, and then place a Tombstone to deny his Musketeer from anything. He misses the log, should have gone for the Tombstone, but oh well. This is game over, and that's the second win of the day. We'll go into game 3. Okay, so right here we're gonna be playing. I think we're gonna be playing a more meta deck. We're gonna be playing against the Mighty Miner Firecracker deck I spoke about in the start. I think this is my most hated deck at the moment. I think the majority of the game is actually using it, and when they have an Evolved Cracker, which this guy does not have, it's just so annoying to actually play against. But I haven't seen how my Lava Hound deck actually does against it, so we'll have to check out. We're gonna Barbarian this. It's gonna be a bit scary because I think he'll use the bomb. Yeah, there it is. The Hog Rider is actually gonna get one hit, and the Mighty, we don't have anything to defend the Mighty Miner. So we're gonna have to wait a bit, then zap him to reset, and then hope the tower can take him out eventually. He did a lot of damage, but at least he didn't take the tower. A Mighty Miner left alone like that can actually take your tower, so that was not bad. Here we're gonna Lava Hound. We're gonna ignore, and we're gonna decide to just go trade towers. This is good for us because the right side tower had a lot less HP. So he had done a lot more damage to our tower than we had done to his. So if here we manage to take his tower, it's a positive trade for us eventually. He actually manages to defend this really, really, really well with the bomb tower placement. You'll see what I'm talking about. The balloon actually goes for the bomb tower, and he's gonna use the Mighty Miner bomb to push him to the right side, and then the bomb tower is gonna push him to the other tower. So that was an amazing play by him. We're gonna split Skeleton Dragons to fight off with this Mighty Miner. We don't want to leave him alone, and then we're gonna Firecracker. We're gonna kill the Firecracker with a Fireball. Let the Mega Minion get 2 or 3 hits on the tower, and just take the tower for the tower trade that we were talking about. Look at the Skeleton Dragon. He actually manages to defend us from the Mighty Miner, which is pretty well done. And now the game is more equal than it was before, so that's a pretty good decision. We're going to go with the Lava Hound, and we're going to save the Barbarians in case he goes with another Hog Rider. There he is. And I think we're going to defend this with a high Tombstone and then low Barbarians. Yeah, something like that. The only bad thing here is the Firecracker, but I think that Hog Rider shouldn't get any hits. No, he doesn't. We're going to Skeleton Dragons, again, the Mighty Miner. We don't like him connecting into our tower. And then the Mega Minion is going to be used to kill that Firecracker. However, the Mega Minion goes ahead of the Lava Hound, and that's not optimal. So we're going to Balloon and then Fireball the Firecracker. And look at this defense by him again. This guy is really good because look, he pulls the balloon with the bomb tower. The balloon and the bomb tower, the bomb tower disappears. But now he uses the Mighty Miner bomb to push the balloon away and make sure that it doesn't get any hits. But we go with the Lava Hound on the bridge. We go with some Skeleton Dragons on the pocket as well. He's attacking with all in. We manage to take the tower. He manages to take the tower. So we go into overtime. And then this should just be game over because we have a lot more troops than him on the field, and we zap on defense, and our Skeleton Dragon will manage to help us out clean that tower for the game 3 win. So now, moving on to our final game. Again, every single game we've played is against Hog Rider, so that's honestly not bad at all. I think this deck does pretty nice against Hog Riders as we've been able to see. And he's gonna emote us. But okay, he's actually going to be playing Firecracker as well. I think it's the same deck as before with the Mighty Miner, the Earthquake, and everything like that. But we'll see. We're going to use the Tombstone to activate the King Tower. It should work. Yeah, look here, there's the Mighty Miner, so it should be the same deck. If it's the same deck, I don't think we have any trouble. We can just push and we should get it done. So we're going to Mega Minion up high. We don't like the Mighty Miner in this deck. He was the reason why it was so close last game. It's okay, that Mega Minion actually does a good job against the Mighty Miner. He almost doesn't do any damage to our tower. We're going to Fireball that, and instead of wasting the Barbarians, we're actually just going to zap him. And we can afford that because we already have our King Tower activated. We're thinking about going for a Lava Hound on the right side since he spent a lot of elixir, but I don't think we'll go with it in the end. We'll just split skeleton dragons in the end, in the back, and wait for a double elixir to hit so that we can actually play lava hounds in the back. So we go with the tombstone. He hasn't put his bomb tower yet, so we're not extremely sure that he has a bomb tower, but almost, I think every time I faced this deck they had a bomb tower. So I'm pretty certain he has a bomb tower. And we're preparing the Barbarians for the Hog Rider. He never comes here. We're actually gonna fireball the Firecracker and wait for with the Barbarians as well. He's emoting a lot. I don't know if because he knows that maybe he thinks that we have matchup, but I'm not sure. Hog Rider manages to get one hit thanks to the Ice Spirit, that was pretty well played for him. And the Firecracker is just going to clean up our Barbarians, and I imagine he's going to put a Mighty Miner in front of the Firecracker. Yeah, there he goes. And a Skeleton Dragon, Tombstone up high, Mega Minion to kill the Hog Rider and everything. I don't think the Hog Rider should get any hits. No, he doesn't. The Mighty Miner is dead now. And then the Mega Minion is just going to chase the Firecracker, and I think she's just going to be left alive, which is a pain. Okay, we're going to defend with Barbarians. The Hog should get one hit, I think. No, thankfully he doesn't get any hits. We put Skeleton Dragons to kill both Firecrackers. And no way he has an Inferno Tower. No way. We were thinking of zapping it, but I don't think it was worth it. It could have been the play though. But since he has arrows, it didn't matter. I'm going to skip ahead because it just gets very boring. Since he has Inferno Tower, we're not able to hit the tower and he ends up beating us. But oh well, if you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.